Hi there, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness. We are your health and wellness studio in Amarillo. We're helping people to change their lives through nutrition, exercise, and lifestyle modifications. And believe you me, it may not be easy every day, but it has been totally worth it lately. We've had a lot of great success stories coming across, and we're going to be able to share those with you guys soon. But today I want to talk to you about the difference between quality versus quantity, really in everything that you do. So a lot of stuff, whenever people are trying to get into the whole health and wellness realm, they're trying to get fit, they're trying to get healthy, there seems like there's so many options to choose from, they just can't figure out which one's best. And a lot of times it comes down to quality versus quantity. What are you getting out of the program, and is it the right quality of what you're needing? Is it the right caliber? Or is it just going to be some sort of fluff that's a short-term crash thing and you're done, and then all the weight comes back, or the benefits that you've gotten have start to recede. So whenever you look at it from the first step, we look at fitness. So in fitness, you've got the option of movement, or you've got the option of benefit. Now you hear that it's healthy to move 30 minutes every day, and it is. But if you're not moving well, then you're more likely to risk injury and risk actually working backwards on your goals, because you may take a time out for a broken ankle that you didn't need. Or even just a shin splint or something like that. So we want to make sure that the quality of our movement is definitely beneficial, that we're doing the right quality. So that means the right form and technique, that we're taking our time to really focus on what we're doing and how we're doing it. We're engaging the right muscles. So you probably heard those stories of those people that are like, I can do 500 and so many crunches in a day, or I can hold a plank for 15 or 20 minutes. Well, that's great, but number one, are you doing it correctly? And number two, is there a benefit in doing that much? Well, a lot of times there's not. So if you can hold a plank for 15 minutes, you probably should have stopped about 13 minutes ago and started doing something that was more beneficial to your body, because holding that movement, it's not very often that we're like pushing a wall away and just holding it, right? So instead we want to work on beneficial movement that's actually going to give us results rather than injuries. So that's kind of the quality side there. Instead of thinking about how can I get in these 500 squats, think about getting in 10 really great ones and see the difference in your form and technique, and therefore in your results, in your muscle tone, in your body fat percentage, all those things, whenever you start to focus on the form and technique of what you're doing and do them correctly. So when it comes to nutrition, how do we put quality versus quantity there? Well, a lot of people count calories, and I don't knock that at all, but calorie counting is not the most accurate way of tracking your foods, just because the way that we find out how many calories are in a food and how many calories our bodies are burning is not an exact science the way that it would be perceived to be. So they can actually be off by quite a bit on how many calories are in a given food, or how many calories you are burning with a specific activity. Obviously, if you're picking an activity off of an app, you may not be they may not know the activity that you're doing or the level that you're doing it at or anything like that, and it may cause a problem. So for some people, a run may be an all-out, heart beating run, and the other people may be a light jog, or maybe on the brink between a walk to a jog type of thing. So we want to make sure that everybody's getting the right information here. And if you're eating for calories instead of nutrition, then a lot of times we're eating to fill ourselves rather than to fuel ourselves. So that fuel is important. We have to have fuel for energy. We have to have fuel for our workouts, for our daily lives, for taking care of our kids, for going to work and doing the job that we're supposed to do there. So in order to do that, we've got to make sure that the quality of food that we're taking in is of the utmost importance, and that we're focused on what quality is this. Now, does that mean that everything has to be organic and non-GMO and all those things? Well, there's baby steps to get in different directions, but we're not here to strong arm you into anything. Just want to kind of open up your eyes to the fact that 100 calories of ice cream has a completely different nutrient profile than 100 calories of vegetables. So we've got to kind of look at what is the value of the fuel that I'm giving my body? What is the quality of the fuel that I'm giving my body in order to make my day happen? If you really want your day to happen, we got to make sure I'm fuel right. If you want to change your body, lose body fat, gain muscle tone, start to lean down and trim up and all those kinds of things, you have to give it the fuel that it needs in order to do that. 100 calories of ice cream or cookies is not going to cause that, right? Even if it's only 100 calories. So those little 100 calorie packs are kind of tricky, because they'll say, well, it's just 100 calories. And you're like, well, that's not too bad. Well, if eaten every day over a course of time, you can start to see weight gain from that, because again, you have empty nutrients. You have empty calories in there, basically no nutrients, in those foods that are beneficial to your body at that time. So we got to make sure that what we're eating is fueling us for the things that we want to do and our goals that we're wanting to achieve. So rather than thinking about, well, maybe I should change my goal, it should be, I need to change my food and my exercise so that it works towards my goal. So the last one is lifestyle. How do we make quality versus quantity match up in lifestyle? Well, we want to make every hour count, every minute count, every second count. Have you ever noticed whenever you go out to a restaurant now, families sit down for dinner, or that's what they call it anyways, and they've all got their devices out and they're all sitting there texting and looking at their devices, watching movies or whatever they're doing, instead of actually interacting with each other, talking to each other. Real big pet peeve of mine is just to see all that happening and to see how many moments of the present are being completely missed. And those are the people that later on are going to think, man, I wish I'd been able to spend more time with my kids, or I'd been able to hang out with my husband a little bit more, or been able to get to know this person better. And it's because they didn't take the time in the present to do that. So be present wherever you're at, be present in that moment and take time to focus on what's important to you. In this world, health is important. So be present in the moment to realize how important your health is and to take that into your hands to understand that this is more, your health is worth more than a crash diet, and it's worth more than a supplement package that you're going to get stuck on that you can't feel free from, that you don't feel like you can get results without. It's worth more than your family suffering because you're out sick all the time or you're injured and you can't do anything. So really take time to think about how important that health factor is and be present in that moment enough to take some action on it. So we've got a new 4-week challenge coming up. We'd love to involve you in that. Feel free to give us a call or a comment below and we'll be happy to contact you and give you more details about it. But 4 weeks, you get a full nutrition plan, you get small group training, you get, of course, the support of our team, which I feel is awesome. No, we really do have an elite team that really helps our clients to be held accountable to what they're doing and to get done what they need to do, but we don't always make time to do. We really have just an excellent team that's here to help you out. So we'd love to help you. Feel free to give us a call, 806-322-3188. Or if you're not up for the challenge and you just want some help with your health and feeling better and sleeping better and having more energy, we'd love to help you out with that too. Feel free to give us a call for a consultation. We'll talk to you soon.